Good morning, everybody. It's time for a review of another piece of ham equipment that I found. I'm actually at the moment not using this because it's an antenna switch, and my new Taurus amplifier has an antenna switch built in. But it's a really cool piece of equipment that I'm gonna use again at some point, and I thought I would show it to you. I happened to run across a website, and I'll pan up here to it. It's called WA4MCM kits, and if I remember, I'll put the link in the description. But it's WA4MCMkits.com, and this is Ronald, and Ron makes several kits. He makes some watt meters and some antenna kits. And he makes as you can see, makes a 8-position antenna switch, which is the one I have. And he also makes a 4-position. The 4-position sends the data to switch the antennas over the coax cable, is where the 8-position uses a control wire, and that's the one that I bought. They're kits, and there's really nothing like it that you can just go buy that I know of in this price range. These things are just a little over $200 and go up to about $270 depending on the options. He has a option to do computer control, a little board that you put in there, an RS-232 board, which I bought. It is optional. So as you can see, the base kit's $230, and the USB interface is another $40, and it's well worth it. Now, it is a kit. You do have to put it together. You can't be afraid of soldering. He's made it so even a beginner can put it together, so it's kind of like an old Heath kit. He's used mainly discrete components. I do remember when I put this thing together, I wish it didn't have so many resistors because it took a while. I'm going to go over it a little bit, and then we'll look inside. But what it has over here is a manual or automatic setting. So in the manual setting, you just punch the button and go to the different antennas. You can see I had it set for a 20/40 80-meter antenna, and then a dummy load. I used some transparent tape to label it. So it also has a little transmit light down here. Now, you don't have to use that, but you can, and what that does is you can hook it to the radio and put that to ground in the transmit when you're in transmit, and it'll inhibit this thing from moving. So if you got RFI problems or something in the shack, you don't want to accidentally switch antennas while you're transmitting, so that inhibits that. He thought of everything on this thing. Anyhow, I'll go ahead and show you the inside since I got the cover off, so you can see what you're in for as far as putting it together. Let's take the lid off, and here is the inside of the kit, where you can see the board, and of course down there in between those two cables you can see there is a multitude of resistors. The board with the light blinking back there, that is the optional USB board that goes in there. Other than that, it goes together real easy. It's just a bunch of soldering, putting in little discrete components. There's not a lot to do to it other than one adjustment here, and he goes through it real easy with the voltage adjustment. You hook a meter up to that test point. It's real easy to adjust. Let's look at the back. What's there on the back? There is the 12 volts all the way on the left side, so you got to supply your own 12 volts. There's the USB cord going to the PC if you want to do the optional software, which I'll show you in just a second. There is the band data input. Now, this is so you can remote control it. You do have to wire this up yourself. I have it wired to go to my Flex radio, but it can go to whatever radio you want to go to do ICOM, Kenwood, Yaesu. Like I say, I have it going to the Flex. And then you have a wire here. He gives you this plug so you don't have to solder. You can just let me pull this out. It's like a oh, I forget what they call it, RJ11 something, and like an old telephone type plug. And this one you just screw to. So it's got 4 wires that he uses to control the relay box. Now my relay box, let me get my mic boom out of the way. It's up here on the wall. I don't have the cover off of it, but you can look on the website to see it. I went ahead and label things. He does have some, if you look down there close, you'll see he's got some silk screen on there, but the color he used doesn't show up very well, so I went ahead and label them. Now, like I said, right now it's not hooked up. It is, it's hooked up where it clicks, but it ain't hooked up to any antennas. It does have a weatherproof seal around it, so it is made to go outside. You do have to provide your own mounting hardware, however you want to mount it. I got it actually just velcroed up to the top with some strong velcro. You can see I got antenna switches all over the place that I was using for different things, but this is the one that goes for the 8-position switch. And it has a board also. If you come over here to his website, he has a complete set of support files, and in the support files you can download the different manuals. So somewhere down here he's got the manuals. Yeah, here they are for the assembly and for the operation. So the assembly manual is real easy to follow. There's the inside of what the relay board looks like. It's just got 7 relays. You might think that's odd since there's 8 antenna connections, but anyhow, one of them gets default when the others aren't in use. And you can see he's done a real nice job laying out all the parts. And then he gets down into the assembly. If you've never assembled before, he shows you that everything's done like a complete for beginners. And you can you do have to know how to solder though, and you check each step off as you go. And of course, when you get done, he's got some testing procedures all the way through. You can see here's the one and only adjustment you got to do that I was talking about. Anyhow, so that's the manual that's there. Then in addition to that, he's got a separate operation manual. And the operation manual, one of you need it to look in here. Number one, to see how to operate it. You need to look in it to see how to program it, because you can program each button to correspond to whichever antenna switch that you want. You can change it on the fly. It's pretty neat how you do that. But anyhow, and he also has the instructions in here on the different let me see, cables for the different radios. You can see there. So depending on which radio you hook it up to, he's got the pinouts for the different radios. Now in my case, the cable I used was this for the flex, was a little fitty cable. And this cable, I bought it off of Amazon. He's got a reference to it in the manual, and I did have to put the RS-232 cable on this end, and then I don't have it hooked up yet right now, but this green wire coming out is a transmit inhibit switch. So anyhow, let me get it back around here. To operate it with the PC, if you want to do it, of course this way it's in manual, you can just punch whichever button you want to punch, and it's switching the antennas up on the wall. You can also see it's got some lights flashing inside for the BCD functions. You can verify. Let me see if I can get in here. It's got 4 little lights, so you can verify that it's switching correctly. He has a PC app, and the PC app, that's what the USB board and cord is for. This is optional. The program is free, but the board's optional. You can see whenever I switch it on the meter itself, it switches on the control box, it switches automatically. Same thing if you go to automatic. Now in automatic mode, you can't punch anything on the screen, it won't do anything. But then the same goes if you take the mouse up here and punch the buttons. We'll go down here to the meter and you can watch it and see it switches down here. So works great. Now with the flex, the flex is really easy to set up. I can't say enough about flex radios. I've had them since the beginning of time, and they're very easy to interface to. This particular board, since it uses this USB cable, on the flex you come in here into the settings and go to USB cables, and it does come in as a new bit cable, which is incorrect. For the operation of this switch, you have to change it from a bit cable to a BCD cable. But once you do that, then it's all automatic. So we go over here and we'll put the switch in auto mode, and you'll notice it's on 75 meters, and I probably ought to move it over here. Let me see if I can get it over here without everything coming apart, or at least show you in the background there as I change bands. So we're on 80 meters, let's go to 40 meters, and you see how it's switched on the switch by itself. You go to 20 meters, goes to 20 meters, so on and so forth. So each band it switches automatically. Now the way I did the dummy load is I just went into manual mode, and I have it go to the dummy load when it's in manual mode. So it's been so long since I programmed it, I don't remember how to do it off the top of my head without reading the manual. But it's you hold the buttons down, they all start flashing, then you pick the one that you want for the band that it's set to. If anyone wants to know, they can refer to the manual for that. Let's see if there's anything else to say about it. Not much. It worked the first time. So and I hadn't, I'm up in my 70s now, and I hadn't built a kit since I was in my teenage years, so that says something for it. Just it's big board, everything's laid out. By the way, this board in the front here, you do have to solder all the little switches to it. Like I say, there's a lot of soldering on this kit, but it's worth the time. It's not something you're gonna put together in an hour. It took me I don't remember exactly how many hours it took, but it was quite a few, soldering mainly all the resistors in. I thought it was never going to come to an end. He does have it fused inside with a small fuse. That's about all I can think about to tell you. It's just real easy to hook up. It's all automatic. It's top quality. I mean, how he does this in today's world for $230 really is amazing. It's got all the little parts in there. I'll probably build some of his other kits at one point, his SWR meter, just not because I need one, but just because they're fun to build his kits. And another thing is, if you need any technical support, the guy must sit at his computer. He'll answer you within an hour. I did experience a little lightning strike about 6 months ago, and this is the computer, by the way, that I get rid of all my junk over here, that I have the thing hooked up to. It's kind of my backup computer, and that's where I have it hooked up to. Anyhow, it got hit by lightning, and I just threw out the old one that was a twin to it, and when it took a surge or whatever happened to it, it took this little board out, and it didn't do anything else to the switch, not a thing. And this plugs in on a header, and so $40 he sent me a new board, plugged it in, and bam, it's back on air as far as the remote operation. It was pretty easy to find out what was wrong, because this thing was a little regulator IC, and here was just hot to the touch. And So it was really easy to troubleshoot. Anyhow, there you go. Like I say, you can't go wrong with Ron's kits. This one is the RAAS8A, and from WA4MCM kits.com. Highly recommended. Great guy. If you have any questions, leave it in the comments, and I'll be happy to answer them. Everybody have a great day.